take a deep breath in. Inhale peace. Exhale control. This simple act, something so small yet so powerful, has the ability to reset your entire day, your entire year. When we think of starting fresh, we often get caught up in all the things we need to do. We push ourselves to achieve, to reach new heights, to take on challenges. But what if the secret to making this your best year ever isn't about doing more, but about doing less? What if it's about surrendering, letting go, and allowing life to flow through you naturally? Miracles don't come when we try to force them. They come when we make space for them. We all know how it feels to be trapped in a cycle of trying to control everything, whether it's the small things like planning every minute of your day or the big things like controlling the outcome of your relationships or career. The act of gripping life too tightly only brings stress and exhaustion. But when we loosen our hold and trust the flow, everything becomes lighter, easier, and more fulfilling. Life can work in your favor when you stop fighting against it. This year, it's time to make a change. Imagine what would happen if, instead of pushing harder, you chose to let go. Imagine if, instead of clinging to every detail of your life, you allowed room for the magic to unfold. It sounds simple, but it's a practice that can transform your life. We're about to dive into the powerful truth of how surrendering control and trusting the process can make this year your best one yet. All you need to do is be present, breathe, and let go. Now let's talk about affirmations. Words are powerful. They shape the way we see ourselves, others, and the world around us. Every thought you have, every word you speak, carries energy. So why not speak words that fill you with peace, confidence, and calm? Affirmations are more than just phrases you repeat. They are tools that help you shift your mindset, reframe your experiences, and ultimately change your life. Affirmations work by speaking the truth of who you are and what you want to invite into your life. The moment you say, "I am worthy," "I am capable," or "I trust life," you're not just repeating words. You're telling your mind and body that you believe in your own strength. You're creating a new reality. Affirmations help you step into the energy of the person you want to become before you've even reached that place. It's a shift from thinking about what's not working, what's out of your control, or what's missing, to focusing on the present moment and the power you have to create change. You see, when you say something like, "I am worthy of happiness," your body responds to that affirmation. Your subconscious mind begins to align with that belief, and you start making decisions that reflect your new self-perception. Affirmations connect you to your deepest truth, and by repeating them, you reinforce that truth in every area of your life. They remind you that you are more than capable of handling whatever life throws your way. They remind you that the power to change your reality is in your hands, and they remind you that you are worthy of the good things you seek. This year, you can make your daily affirmation practice an essential part of your routine. Start each day with a simple affirmation that resonates with you. It could be as simple as, "Today is a good day. I am open to the flow of life," or "I trust that everything is working out for me." When you speak these words, feel them deeply. Let them sink into your heart and soul. Feel the energy shift as you say them. What happens if you continue to grip tightly to everything in your life? The truth is, when you try to control every outcome, you end up carrying the weight of every little thing, the weight of every decision, every relationship, every task, every fear, and every worry. It's like holding a heavy bag that never seems to get any lighter, no matter how hard you try. The more you grasp, the more exhausted you feel, and the less room you have to breathe. But the beauty of life lies in surrender. When you choose to let go, you stop fighting against the current. You stop pushing so hard, and that is when you make space for miracles to happen. When you trust that life knows what it's doing, you invite peace and ease into your experience. You let go of the need to control every detail, and in return, life starts to flow in the way it was meant to. You become lighter, freer, and more in tune with the rhythm of the universe. You might be thinking, but what if I let go, and things don't go the way I want them to? That's the fear talking. The truth is, life isn't working against you. It's working with you. And when you release the need to control, you open yourself up to receiving what is truly meant for you. Not everything in life happens according to your schedule, and that's okay. In fact, it's more than okay. It's divine. Think of it this way. Life is like a river. When you hold onto a branch and refuse to let go, you struggle against the current. The water pushes you, pulling you off course. But when you let go and allow yourself to be carried by the river, you find that the current takes you exactly where you need to go. The river knows the way. And just like that river, life knows the way. All you have to do is trust it. If you're holding on too tightly to something in your life right now, whether it's a relationship, a job, a goal, or a belief, it's time to let go. You don't need to force things. You don't need to control the outcome. When you stop gripping, you give yourself the freedom to experience life with ease, trust, and flow. Life is always guiding you. Let go and let it carry you where you need to go. This year, make the choice to release what no longer serves you and trust that what's meant for you will find its way to you. Let go of the fear, let go of the doubt, and allow peace to enter. The choice is yours. You can continue to fight, or you can surrender and open yourself up to the miracles waiting for you. One of the hardest things to accept is that not everything will make sense in the moment. Life often throws curveballs, and we don't always understand why things are happening the way they are. Doors close, plans fall apart, and we can find ourselves wondering if everything is truly working out for us. But here's the truth. Everything is unfolding as it should. From where we stand, life can seem messy, chaotic, and confusing. It can feel like we're walking through a tangled maze with no clear direction. However, the truth is that from a higher perspective, everything is coming together in perfect order. What might feel like a setback right now could be preparing you for something greater down the line. What you see as a failure could actually be a necessary stepping stone towards your growth. This is the beauty of divine timing and divine order. Think about it. When you look back on your life, how many times have you found that things worked out better than you expected, even when it seemed impossible at the time? The struggles, the detours, the moments of waiting, they all played a role in bringing you to where you are now. And just like that, the things you're experiencing right now are shaping you into the person you need to be for what's coming next. The people who leave your life create space for those who are meant to stay. The jobs that end clear the path for opportunities that are more aligned with your true purpose. The relationships that shift make room for the ones that will help you grow. Life is not punishing you when things go wrong. It's simply preparing you for what's better. And sometimes, the best thing you can do is trust that the universe knows exactly what it's doing. If you ever feel lost or uncertain, remember this: you are part of something much bigger. You may not see the full picture right now, but trust that it's unfolding perfectly, just as it should. Take a deep breath and repeat this affirmation. Everything is working out for me in divine order. Say it with full faith. The universe knows what it's doing. It's not about control, it's about trust. And when you trust the process, you can finally let go and relax. Imagine you are looking at a beautiful piece of art, a tapestry woven with hundreds of threads. From up close, you can see the individual threads, some tangled, some knotted, some frayed. It looks messy and confusing, but when you take a step back, the picture becomes clear. What once appeared to be random chaos is now a beautiful masterpiece. This is how life works. From where we stand, we only see a small part of the bigger picture. We see the challenges, the delays, the confusion. But just like a tapestry, life is being woven together in ways that are beyond our understanding. The threads of our lives, the people we meet, the experiences we go through, they are all part of a greater design. The knots, the struggles, the hard times, they serve a purpose. They are part of the bigger story that is unfolding perfectly. When you find yourself in a difficult moment, remember that you are only seeing a small portion of the full picture. Life is not falling apart, it's falling into place. You may not understand the purpose of the detours and delays right now, but trust that there is a higher plan in motion. Each challenge is leading you to something better. Each setback is preparing you for the next phase of your journey. When you can zoom out and see life from this perspective, you start to relax. You stop fighting the process. You stop resisting the present moment. And in that moment of surrender, you begin to experience peace. Let go of the need to control everything and trust that everything is working out for your highest good. It's all part of the greater plan. Trust the process. One of the biggest challenges we face is the feeling of impatience. We all have dreams, goals, and desires, and we want them to happen now. Why does it take so long to get the things we want? Why does it feel like we're waiting forever? You might find yourself asking, why is it taking so long for me to reach my goals? Why am I still waiting for love, success, or clarity? The truth is, divine timing is always at play. You are not waiting on the universe. The universe is waiting on you. It's waiting for your readiness, your alignment, and your willingness to receive what's meant for you. Timing is not punishment. It's protection. It's preparation. The delays, the waiting, the closed doors, they all carry divine intelligence. They are guiding you to the perfect moment when you are ready to receive what is truly meant for you. Sometimes we get frustrated because we feel like things are taking too long. But the truth is, the universe is not working on our schedule. It's working on divine timing. Sometimes life needs to stretch us, not to break us, but to prepare us for something better. If you've ever experienced a delay or a setback and later realized it was for your benefit, then you know how divine timing works. Think of the seed that is planted in the soil. The seed doesn't rush its growth. It doesn't question why it's not sprouting immediately. It simply grows at its own pace, knowing that in time it will bloom. And just like that seed, you are growing too. You are not being denied. You are being designed. You are not being told no. You are being told not yet. And when the time is right, everything you've been waiting for will find its way to you. Instead of asking, why is this taking so long? Try shifting your mindset. Begin to say, I trust that what belongs to me will find me effortlessly. The universe is aligning everything for you behind the scenes. The love you seek is growing. The opportunity you desire is coming together. And the healing you need is already in motion. You don't have to rush. Everything is unfolding in divine timing. Let go of the urgency. Let go of the need to know when. And simply trust that what is meant for you is coming. It will come when you are ready to receive it. And when it does, you'll realize that it arrived at the perfect moment. Trust the timing of your life. It's working out just as it should. There is a simple pattern that shows up again and again in life. When you push too hard, you feel stuck. When you tighten your grip, you feel tired. When you try to control every detail, your mind gets loud and your heart feels heavy. But when you pause, breathe, and soften, something shifts. The pressure drops. The fear loosens. And suddenly, the path that felt blocked starts to open. This is not because you gave up. It's because you stopped fighting. You stopped trying to force life into a shape it was never meant to take. You stopped squeezing the moment so tightly that nothing new could enter. You chose trust over tension. And trust is powerful. Trust has a quiet strength. It doesn't need to shout. It doesn't need to rush. It simply knows. Think about how many times you tried to make something happen by sheer force. You planned every step. You worried about every possible outcome. You replayed conversations in your head. You tried to fix what wasn't yours to fix, and the more you pushed, the heavier it felt. The more you chased, the farther it seemed. That is what fear does. Fear tells you that you must control everything or you will lose everything. But fear is not truth. Fear is a habit, and habits can change. Now think about moments when you finally said, enough. Moments when you took a breath and allowed yourself to stop pushing. Moments when you said, if this is meant for me, it will come in the right time. And in that space, life began to move. It didn't always move in the way you expected, but it moved in a way that brought relief, clarity, and peace. That is what surrender does. Surrender clears the noise so you can hear the next step. Let this be your practice when you feel stuck. Pause and soften. Put your hand on your heart and say, I release the need to force this. Then take one slow breath and say, what is meant for me will come to me. Say it again, slowly, like you mean it. What is meant for me will come to me. Feel the tightness ease. Feel your mind become quieter. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not failing. You are simply being guided one step at a time. This year, you don't need to chase with panic. You don't need to push with fear. You don't need to prove your worth through struggle. You can choose a new way, a softer way, a calmer way, and you will be surprised how much starts to flow when you stop trying to carry everything alone. Now take a slow breath in, and as you breathe out, let your shoulders drop a little. Let your jaw loosen. Let your hands relax. There is nothing you need to fix right now. Nothing you need to solve in this moment. Just breathe and listen. Imagine you are holding something heavy. Not in your hands only, but in your chest, in your stomach, in your mind. It may be a worry. It may be fear. It may be pressure. It may be a painful memory. It may be the need to control what happens next. It may be the fear of not being enough. Whatever it is, you can feel its weight. You've carried it for a long time, and you may not even notice how tired you are from holding it. Now imagine that life offers you a place to set it down, a safe place, a peaceful place, a place that can hold what you no longer need to hold. You don't have to explain it. You don't have to justify it. You don't have to earn rest. You only have to be willing to release. In your mind, picture yourself near warm light. The air feels gentle. You feel supported. You feel safe. And in your hands, you notice a few heavy stones. Each stone stands for something you've been carrying. One stone may be worry about the future. Another may be fear of making the wrong choice. Another may be stress about money, health, work, or love. Another may be an old belief that you must do everything alone. You don't need to name them perfectly. You only need to recognize, yes, I've been carrying this. Now, one by one, gently place those stones down. Release the first one and whisper, I let go of worry. Release the second one and whisper, I let go of fear. Release the third one and whisper, I let go of control. Go slowly. With each release, feel your hands become lighter. With each release, feel your breath become deeper. With each release, feel your heart open a little more. Nothing bad happens when you let go. The world does not collapse. Life does not punish you for releasing what is too heavy. In fact, this is where peace begins. Peace begins when you stop carrying what was never meant to live in your body. Now place your hand on your heart and say softly, I am safe. Say it again, slower. I am safe. Let those words sink in. Safety is not about controlling everything. Safety is about trusting yourself to meet life as it comes. Safety is knowing that you can breathe through change. Safety is knowing that even when you don't understand, you are still supported. Now say this, life is carrying me. Say it again, life is carrying me. Feel the comfort in that. You are not alone. You are not doing this by yourself. You are allowed to be held by something greater than your fear. You are allowed to rest inside trust. Make this a daily practice this year, not because you're broken, but because you deserve peace. Not because life is dangerous, but because your nervous system deserves kindness. Not because you must fix yourself, but because you're ready to live from softness instead of strain. We live in a world that pushes speed, faster results, faster answers, faster healing, faster success, faster love. And when things don't happen quickly, the mind starts to panic. It asks, what if it never happens? It says, I'm running out of time. It whispers, maybe I missed my chance. But that voice is not wisdom. That voice is fear. And fear always rushes. Patience is not waiting with tension. Patience is waiting with peace. It's that quiet knowing that says, I may not see it yet, but it is coming. Patience is not doing nothing. Patience is staying open without forcing. Patience is trusting that growth takes time and that time is not your enemy. Time is part of the plan. Look at how nature moves. Nothing in nature rushes. A seed does not bloom the day after it is planted. It rests. It grows under the surface. It builds roots before it shows leaves. And one day, without stress and without panic, it breaks through the soil. Not because it worried, but because it trusted the process. You are allowed to be like that. You are allowed to grow in quiet ways. You are allowed to heal in layers. You are allowed to take your time. If you feel like you're waiting, try shifting the meaning of waiting. Waiting does not mean you are stuck. Waiting does not mean nothing is happening. Waiting can mean things are forming. Waiting can mean you are being prepared. Waiting can mean life is arranging what you cannot see. Bring your attention back to the present moment, because peace does not live in when I finally get it. Peace lives in right now. Right now you can breathe. Right now you can soften your shoulders. Right now you can choose a kinder thought. Right now you can take one small step. Right now you can release what is too heavy. Say this slowly. Today is enough. Again, today is enough. You don't need to solve the whole year today. You don't need to fix your whole life in 1 week. You don't need to have every answer before you begin. You only need to take one step in the direction of peace. Now speak this affirmation. I choose peace today. Let it be simple. Let it be real. I choose peace today. And if your mind argues, that's okay. Just come back to the breath. Come back to your heart and choose again. This is how you build a better year. Not through pressure, not through panic, through presence, through patience, through a steady return to peace. There is something many people forget. Life responds to your energy. You can repeat beautiful words all day long, but if your body is tight with fear, the message gets mixed. If your mind is racing, the signal gets fuzzy. If your heart is clenched, you feel blocked. But when you speak from calm, the message becomes clear. Calm is not weakness. Calm is strength. Calm is alignment. Calm does not mean you don't care. Calm means you trust. Calm means you know you can handle what comes. Calm means you stop trying to control the waves and you learn how to float. And when you live from calm, you become magnetic. You begin to draw to you the kind of life that matches that calm. Think of your energy like a signal. When your signal is worry, you notice more worry. When your signal is fear, you find more reasons to fear. But when your signal is calm, you see options. You see solutions. You see beauty. You see support. And that changes everything. This year, make calm your daily practice. Not by trying to be perfect, but by choosing to return to yourself again and again. Here is a simple routine you can use every morning, even on busy days. First, take 3 slow breaths. Inhale peace. Exhale control. Inhale trust. Exhale tension. Inhale love. Exhale fear. Second, place your hand on your heart and feel the warmth. Let this remind you you are here. You are alive. You are supported. Third, speak your affirmations slowly. Don't rush them. Let each one land. Choose a few and repeat them with feeling. Say, I trust life. Say, I release the need to force. Say, everything is working out for me. Say, I am safe. Say, I allow good things to come to me. Say, what is meant for me will come to me. As you say these, don't worry about making yourself believe them all at once. Just be willing. Willingness is powerful. Willingness opens the door. A soft mind is easier to guide than a rigid mind. A soft heart receives more than a guarded heart. Now add one simple line for your year. This will be my best year yet. Say it gently, not as a demand, as an invitation. This will be my best year yet. And then breathe like it's already possible. You don't need to control how it happens. You only need to stay aligned with peace. You don't need to chase every answer. You only need to keep your heart open. You don't need to fight life. You only need to flow with it. Take one more slow breath. Let your body soften. Let your mind slow down. You don't have to hold so tightly anymore. You don't have to figure it all out today. You don't have to force the next chapter. Life can meet you where you are. This year can be different. Not because everything will be perfect, but because you will be gentler with yourself. Because you will return to calm. Because you will stop treating every delay like a disaster. Because you will stop turning uncertainty into panic. Because you will practice trust daily. Let go of the need to know exactly when. Let go of the fear that you are behind. Let go of the belief that you must struggle to deserve good things. You are allowed to receive with open hands. You are allowed to rest in the truth that what is meant for you cannot miss you. Choose one affirmation and carry it with you today. Whisper it when fear rises. Whisper it when you feel pressure. Whisper it when your mind starts racing. Say, I trust life. Say, everything is working out for me. Say, I am safe and I am guided. Say, I release control and I allow peace. Say, this will be my best year yet. And then live like peace is possible. Live like support is real. Live like miracles can find you when your hands are open. Because they can, because they do. When you soften, you receive. When you trust, you flow. When you let go, life begins to carry you with grace.